The problem I'd like to address today is a situation of conflict that has occurred between my coworker and I as of recent. The situation started with a child at work who brought up a problem that has been occurring in his life. This problem required us, by law, to report it to our supervisor because my coworker and I are mandatory reporters. My coworker and I decided, because we both really wanted the other one to tell our supervisor about what happened, that we would try to use the pillow method to help us out. A little bit about my coworker first. He's 17 and we met at the beginning of summer, so we didn't know each other before the beginning of summer. But since we work together every day for 5 days a week from 9 to 4, we've really gotten to know each other. And I think as of recent, we've become closer, and I think the reason for that is mainly because of the situation, and we've been able to really be open with each other about our feelings towards this particular situation. Now to talk about how the pillow method works for us. My goal in this conflict was to have my coworker be the one to tell my supervisor about the situation that occurred at work. And his goal was for me to be the one to tell our supervisor. So as you can see, complete opposite sides of the spectrum. So the 3 of the 5 perspectives that we decided to choose for the pillow method were the I am right, you are wrong, you are right, I am wrong, and then there's truth in all matters. So to start, we chose I am right, you are wrong because I felt that my coworker was more qualified to tell our supervisor about what happened, mainly because he had more communication with the child who was involved. So I felt like he knew more of what was going on, and I wanted to make sure that we had all the information given to our supervisor, that it was important. On the other hand, he thought, or we did the I am wrong, you are right perspective, because my coworker thought that due to the fact that I was the older one of the 2 of us and I've had more experience in the past with this type of work, that I should be the one to tell our supervisor. And then finally we chose all matters are truth, and that we should both tell our supervisor because in the end we both had equally amount of qualifications to be the ones to tell our supervisor about what was happening. So we actually decided the last one, mainly because we decided, okay, I'll be the one to email our supervisor and let him know that there is a situation that occurred at work that we needed to talk to him about in person. And then when we got together in person, the 2 of us could equally share what we had learned from the child, since some of the information was given to one of us and some was given to the other. So this way our supervisor would have all of the information that he needed to make the next step in the process of reporting what went down. I think that we were both very happy with what we decided on, and I think that we felt more comfortable too, and both of these are because we feel like we make a good team, and so having us both there to talk to our supervisor, we felt more comfortable, more able to share everything that needs to be told to our supervisor, and I think that it also felt less awkward as well. In the end, I really think that the pill method worked really well for us, and we were both able to feel comfortable with our decision, and we were able to really work with what we had. And I think that because this situation was so important and we really needed to figure out who was going to tell our supervisor, that this really helped for us, and it made the decision making way more casual than if we had to decide some other way.